Hello, hello. Should be live shortly anyway. Yes, I think I am live on Facebook. So just waiting for a few people to come in and well, perhaps you could go on your computer and see if you could see me, which would be great. But you might want to turn down the sound in case there's any feedback. So if you come on the live, or when you come on the live, I would really love it if you would tell me where you're coming in from. That would be absolutely super. And if you're coming in on the replay, let me know in the comments that you're on the replay and also where you are. So it'd be really lovely for me to know exactly where you're coming in from. So today I'm talking about fear, worry and manifestation. Now, there is an awful lot of fear around at the moment, that's for sure. And one of the other reasons I'm doing this is because I've got lots of friends. Hi, Peter. Lovely to see you. You guys still in Canada. So one of the reasons I'm actually doing this right now is because, good morning, Peter, is because I've got a lot of friends, family, colleagues, customers that I've been having conversations with, and those conversations are around what are you guys going to do, what's happening, where are you going to stay, where are you going to live. Now, for those of you that don't know, Rock and I have been traveling since last July 2019 is when we decided that we would leave Australia and we would start traveling. And boy, we've had a great time. We've had a marvellous time. One of the things that we love to do while we're travelling is we also like to house sit. And it's brilliant because we get to take care of people's dogs, their cats. We've even looked after snakes, chickens. We even hatched chickens on the last house sit that we did, or the one previous to the last one. And that was great fun. We've looked after horses, goats, cows, you know, there's lots of things. It's a great experience. And of course, house sitting gives us the opportunity to travel around and see places that perhaps as a kind of an everyday tourist you wouldn't get to see. And we live like the locals live. Now, of course, with the world, the way that it is right now, you know, the fact that we are currently in Europe and we were doing a house sit in France, and it was a lovely house sit. It was absolutely super, really beautiful place. And we have a house sit that starts in January. So we had to sort ourselves out for the next 2 months, November and December. And of course, we're online and we're applying for various house sits. It's so lovely to see you, Peter. Yeah, house sitting is great fun when it all works out really well. The title of this live is Fear, Worry and Manifestation. And I'm going to talk to you about the fear of house sitting first. Well, hang on, let me just talk a bit more about the joy of house sitting. It's such great fun. Like I say, we get to live like locals. We get to explore places that other people wouldn't explore. We have our own car, so we can travel around pretty freely. We don't have to worry about flights or anything like that. Now, since, of course, February, March of this year, things have really changed. I mean, we all know why things have changed. And I'm not going to say the words here, but we all know why things have changed. Now, most of the time, we go from one house sit to another house sit, or if we don't want to do a house sit, we go and stay with some friends, or we go and visit family, or we might go and stay in an Airbnb or a hotel or something like that. So we make those choices. We're, you know, the way that we live our lives is a very free way. We run a business that enables us to do that. You know, we can be most of the time wherever we want to be, and we can be doing what we want to do to our own timescales, you know, to the beat of our own drum, as it were. But of course, you know, the world's changed. And what that's done is that we knew that our house sit in France was coming to an end, and that came to an end at the beginning of November, right on the beginning of November, in fact, a day earlier. and it was a lovely house sit, and we had a number of other house sits lined up to see us through November and December. All of those house sits were actually in the UK. So I'm just seeing who else has come on live. So I can't see your names come up just yet. So whoever you are, let me know where you're coming in from, and just say hi. That would be really, really nice. And what I'm talking about here is fear, worry, and manifestation. So it's going to end on a really great positive note. So I'm talking about the fact that Rock and I have been house sitting in this beautiful place in France, and we had house sits lined up in the UK. Now, France announced that they were shutting everything down, and they did. There's a month lockdown here in France. So what does that mean to us as travellers? Well, we started to have to look online on the government sites. We had to see whether we could actually move around, and it wasn't really possible for us to stay where we were. The owners had come back from their holiday away, and that house sit came to an end. The house sits that we had lined up in the UK, they just started cancelling left, right and centre. Not only because France has gone into lockdown, but Germany's gone into lockdown, and also the UK is going into lockdown on Thursday, albeit that Boris can get it through Parliament, which I'm sure he can. So, of course, what this does is it creates fear in everyone. It creates fear in all of those people that we were potentially house sitting for. Fear of the unknown, fear of, can they go on their holidays? Can they get a flight? Should they book anything? Will the house sitter that they've booked be able to get to the venue from wherever they are? Hi, Matthew. Lovely to see you. I hope everything's well in your world. I must tell Rock about you. You create the most beautiful windows, stained glass windows. Amazing, absolutely amazing, beautiful. So thank you for coming on live. So I'm not really one to be negative or to feel the fear, but I could definitely feel the fear of, are we going to be able to travel? If we do travel, are we going to be able to get across borders? Because one of our ideas, or what we wanted to do originally, was we wanted to go into Italy and we wanted to spend time with Rock's family. And of course the fear was, are we going to be able to get through France, knowing that we had a lockdown? When we get through France to the Italian border, will we be able to get over the border? Do we have to have tests? Do we have to isolate on the other side? If we have to isolate, can we isolate when we get to our family in the south of Italy? And there are all these unknown factors. Each region has their own different rules. So all of these unknown factors came into play. So we then decided that we should house sit in the UK. And of course, like I say, all of the house sits were just being cancelled left, right and centre because nobody knew what was happening. And even those house sits that we had, it was all an unknown factor because it was all based on the what ifs and maybes. And as house sitters travelling from one country to the next, you have to have some confirmations for sure. You know, if you're going to travel for 72 hours or whatever that might be to get to your next destination, you have to know that you are definitely going to be able to house sit there. Now, of course, we have the backup of things like Airbnb or hotels and things like that. But again, there's quite a lot of Airbnbs that have stopped operating because they don't want people coming into their homes. Maybe they can't run their business efficiently. Having the odd person stay maybe is not profitable for them. So there's many, many reasons why they may well have actually stopped their Airbnb. So trust me, the fear and the worry about what was next for us was very, very high last week. And probably more for me than it was for Rock, because Rock actually kept me pretty grounded. He kept saying, everything will work out. And I know that everything works out. Always everything works out. The universe, all energies, or God, whatever you believe in, source, whatever you believe in, always helps you with your situations, always does. So I'm just reading here. Peter, you're going, after Florida, we go out to fly to Costa Rica. Oh, or South America in the last 3 years. This is a crazy, we can't, oh, so you can't go this year. Of course you can't go this year because of all of the restrictions. Now, interestingly enough, the people that we house sat for last time, they needed to get to Miami. And even then it was all a bit of an unknown because they had actually had their flights cancelled 3 times before. And the only way that they could get over to Miami is if they actually went via Dominican Republic, and they isolated in Dominican Republic for 2 weeks. And then they went on to Miami to see their daughter. So fortunately, they were able to get there. But of course, this is all a big unknown factor. And it's the fear that happens to us all. The fear of the unknown. We don't know what to expect, do we? We don't know what's next. We don't have the definites that we once had. So how do we deal with that? How do we actually cope with those unknown factors? Well, first of all, fear is an unrealistic thing because really we're fearing something that hasn't happened yet. So therefore, why would we put ourselves into that place of fear? It's the same as the worry. If we worry about what we yet don't know, then we cause ourselves anguish and pain in the now. So how do we avoid that from happening? Well, of course, we can create some more definites around us. And sometimes we have to do that. We have to take control of our own destination. So really, I mean, Rock was very good. Like I say, he was the one that grounded me again. He says, look, you're the one that showed me, you're the one that's taught me that everything will work out, that everything will be fine. And up until literally 2 days ago, we did not know where we were going to be. At a stretch, maybe 3. So we did not know where we were going to be. And this is where I'd like to come on to the manifestation part of this particular live. So we think to ourselves, okay, what do? We need to have somewhere to stay. What's going to be the easiest option for us? Do we go over into the UK without anywhere to go? Do we stay here knowing that we can get a house sit, or we can find accommodation and we only have to travel perhaps a maximum of a few hours? Okay, well that seems doable. Should we go into Italy? Well, that's fraught with lots of unknowns. Okay, so France is pretty doable. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who actually lives in Sydney. And if you come onto the live or the replay, I know you're not on the live right now, but if you come onto the replay, you know exactly who you are. So I was having a conversation with this particular person about something totally unrelated to this particular topic. And we were talking about business, actually. We both belong to the same business. We're both involved with the same company. She's creating freedom for herself. She's adding it to the business that she already runs. Like I do, I create freedom for myself. We've got freedom to be able to travel around. So we're having this completely unrelated conversation. And then, of course, we go on to just talking about, where are you guys now? What are you doing? I've seen some of your photos going up of your adventures in France. Oh, we've got a place in France. Huh? Okay, so this sounds interesting. They've got a place in France. And she ended up saying to me, if you guys get stuck, you can use our place. Oh, so there we are. Manifestation in action. So after speaking to her and making the arrangements, we have come to my friend's beautiful holiday home in France, in a beautiful area. It's absolutely stunning. It's not far from the coast. Not that we can go anywhere at the moment, but as soon as this lockdown is over, we'll definitely go there. So it's all about trust, trusting that the universe will provide, source, God, whatever it is, prayers, whatever it is that you need to make things happen. And this is exactly what happened. We kept positive. We actually said whatever happens will be the right thing. And we just had a random discussion with a girl that lives in Sydney, Australia, who happens to have a holiday home in France, that she is actually letting us avail ourselves of right now. So thank you to you. You know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a beautiful place. We're loving it. We've just been here for the day. And I really want to just use this live as an opportunity to let everyone know that we're okay. Thank you for all of your messages to ask us, what are we doing? Aren't you worried? What are you going to do? Where are you going to stay? We're very worried about you. And just thank you for your care and your concern. We are fine. We're good. We're happy. We have settled ourselves in. We've got fantastic internet connection. What a bonus. What an absolute bonus, which enables me to do these lives, to be able to talk to all of you right now. And I want to say thank you to everyone that's come onto the live. Thank you to those that come onto the replay. Thank you to all of our friends and family who have been worried and concerned. And thank you to the business that I run that enables me to be anywhere, anytime in the world, albeit with all of the current restrictions that we have. So, and thank you, Peter, for being on. I can't see the others. I know that there's more on live, but I just can't see you at the moment. Maybe, I'm sure it's not my eyes. Let's have a look. I know Matthew is there. I can't see anyone else. But thank you, Peter, for being on. It's so lovely to see you. And, I know Peter and your lovely wife Marie France, you love to travel as well. And, I'm so pleased to be aligned with you and partner with you in this particular business that enables us all to be able to do this. And I thank you for your love and your support and your guidance and coaching. So thank you, Peter, and thank you for being here. And I hope that's helped. I hope that's helped you a bit. Don't let the fear grab hold. I think this is the lesson that we learn as we go through life. Don't let the fear grab hold. Don't let the worry grab hold. There was a wonderful film that I watched quite a long time ago, and what was it called? Rock, The Bridge of Spies, I think, or yeah, The Bridge of Spies. It was absolutely brilliant. It had Tom Hanks in it, and I don't know who the other actor was, but Tom Hanks had to help this Russian spy get back into Russia. And there was this whole exchange thing going on between the Russian spies and the Americans. And Tom Hanks kept advising him various different things. And he kept saying to him, are you worried? Are you worried? And the guy kept turning back and saying, would it help? Would it help? And that's so true, isn't it? If you think about worry, you go through the pain of what you're expecting to happen right here in the moment now. So what's the point? We've got enough pain, enough problems going on. Let's actually not add to it by worrying and having fear of the things that we don't yet know will or will not happen. So thank you for listening, and I hope that's helped, and I'll see you all again soon. So take care. Well, hang on, I haven't even switched us off yet. Oh, that's funny. There we go. I'll